Live on YouTube.
No cussing.
Oh yeah, I was just about to use that word too. That
No
fast.
doubt. No
I
doubt.
gotta send the song to the damn computer, man.
You didn't do it yet? I
Just
thought you
look,
said the last show that you did.
I said that the last two shows, man.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome. What's going on? Yo, man. Hey, you went to a game with your dad. That was so cool, man. Lee, that was my boy. He took his dad to a game, man. It was really cool. I think it was it a Lakers game you went to? I saw it. Yeah, listen, man. Okay, first off, welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of CMCT. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I am your host, Troy Skinner. Seated next to me is one of my favorite people in the whole world, and he's also the man with the plan, the only one that can stand in the face of anything and everything. My co-host.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Antonio Dean.
No doubt. Antonio Dean. So, yeah, guys. What's up, brother? That's what I thought. It was a Lakers game. Good stuff. Yeah, welcome. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. We got a great show in store for you guys tonight. Big shout out to Ja, who was here on Tuesday night, sharing information, taking questions, dealing with trolls.
Yeah, it was heavy.
There's some trolls in regards to him being an OnlyFans star. He's a star.
When you get a chance, brother, you know, she's calling.
Yeah, pretty much. Whoever she is.
Find out about that one.
Yeah, we spoke after the show, and he definitely said, man, you know, he's so used to that kind of stuff. He's like, I don't care. Talking about meditation, he actually does that.
Yeah, he
so
talked about that.
Mm-hmm. So that's something that helps and balances it all out. But hopefully, yeah, man, I miss you too, man. Yeah, definitely, man. I saw that, and I was like, it made me think about you, and I was like, okay, I gotta reach out to you, brother, because you've always been there to keep me centered and focused, man. So I appreciate that, guys. So listen, we got a great show in store for you guys tonight. We're gonna be talking some pop culture. We're gonna be getting in some people's faces about some stuff, man. Idris Elba in particular. I've been marinating on that this whole week, man. I definitely want to talk about that and some other things we want to talk about. We're going to recap our episode from Tuesday, and then we're supposed to have another OnlyFans person.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen today, but she had a conflict in regards to time. Scheduling conflict. So we won't have her tonight, but you'll see the advertisements popping up. And she will be here next Tuesday to talk about her experience as a woman being on OnlyFans.
And she's excited about it, too.
Yeah, that's what we've been looking for because, you know, we had a couple of others and they were funny style, man. And then we don't want nobody on the show that, huh? What you said?
This is a family here.
We
don't do that, nigga. You come over here acting like you're not doing that.
We don't want nobody uncomfortable, man. That's what change your mind, change your thinking is all about. It's about speaking and saying exactly what you want to say. You know, we make sure that people have a voice, especially if it's something that's of you know, logic. You know, don't come here talking crazy. You will get cussed out. I cussed the hell out of that person, whoever they was. They ended up going on to your side because I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely. What's going on, Chris? Thanks for coming on in. So guys, listen. We are going to be having a great conversation. Again, we are going to recap Tuesday's episode in regards to OnlyFans and what it means. And tonight we're actually going to do the definition. We didn't do the definition last Tuesday because we got right into it with Ja. And once again, big love and shout out to him. He's a good friend of mine, man. That cat, man. You know, people think, you know, the funny thing about OnlyFans is people think that those people are not human.
Yeah, they can't be human.
You know,
the same porn stars everybody's watching, all of that.
Oh man, when I was in LA, a lot of my friends were porn stars. They were the first people that I met that put me on the game, helped me understand Hollywood in its full effect because they know the ins and outs, man. You know what I mean? So I just turned down a lot of jobs that I was offered, but hey, you know. Okay, guys, so we are giving away a safe. If you don't already know our protocol on how we start our show off, we talk about the safe that we have that we are raffling off, okay? It's not just a little scam to get some money out of you. We are actually raffling off a safe, and it's a nice safe. And you definitely want to be a part of this in regards to this safe.
most treasured keepsakes.
Yeah. If you're on YouTube, if you haven't already realized, we will be migrating completely over to YouTube at the end of this month. So the last day of this month, that new first day, whatever that Tuesday falls on, will be explicitly and completely on YouTube.
And we will leave you behind.
So please go over to YouTube, subscribe, add us, like us. All of our episodes up to this point are listed. So if you missed something, we get told a lot that people are listening to us and watching us, and we're none the wiser because we can't really monitor who people are in particular that's watching us. Right. But we appreciate everybody that tunes in with us on Tuesday and Thursday nights. So if you get a chance, go over to YouTube and add us, because once we migrate over there completely, we won't be having the format that we have. We will have some ways for you to monitor us in certain platforms, but mostly we'll be focusing on our YouTube because it's all about algorithm. And
if you are a silent viewer and you would like to see us continue on this endeavor, go ahead, go over to YouTube at CMCT_show. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Please, absolutely. It helps us out because the thing is we want to be 5 years later doing this.
Absolutely.
And the only way you can, and the only way we can do that is to, first off, we have what we call the complex, where we kind of like stream out of, which is what you're seeing right now. A lot of work and bills have to be paid in order to get this moving on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So any donation or any support is greatly appreciated. So big shout out to Joe Moten, our constant supporter, and also Claudia, who supports us constantly, and also to Big Lady Muse, our day one. Can't leave her out, and anybody else who continuously tunes in on the show on Tuesday and Thursday to support and watch us, and to also, guys, you're always welcome to come in and type in and say some stuff. We don't take it offensively, and our guests, if they come in, usually don't take it offensively either.
Yeah, we want friction.
We want that. We want that because that's what Change Your Mind, Change Your Thinking is about. If you have a certain perspective or you have a point of view, we want to see if you be willing to change your mind and change your thinking in regards to that. All right, so anyway, we're giving away safe. It is the EL310. It is a 2-hour fire-resistant home and document safe.
You set it on fire for an hour and 59 minutes and be okay.
And be okay. So that means the documents inside will be okay. By 2-hour fire resistance, it means the internal temperature will reach up to 350 degrees if the safe is in a fire for 2 hours at 1,875 degrees max external temperature.
Yeah, you can hide away and protect those shameful paternity results.
Paternity results and whatever your collection may be, because we all got different collections, right?
Everybody collects.
Right.
Something.
Whatever it is you keep away from the kids. What's up, Chris? Thank you, man. Appreciate it, brother. It is easy programming. There are 4 AA batteries that's external that would be needed, and it will retain your code if the batteries die or are changed out. So this is something you definitely want to get. How do you get involved? How do you become a part of what we got going on for this safe? All right, because there are people every day coming in here wanting to get these raffle tickets. Well, basically what you would do is you go over to our CMCT Linktree page. And at the Linktree page, at the top, if you see here, it says tip for raffle tickets. All right, so you click on that, and you will see that there are different amounts in regards to the amount of tickets you can get. So it says we are raffling off a brand new $750 Stillwater safe. Please leave your contact information in the comments when you pay. So our ticket options are $5 for 1 ticket, $10 for 3 tickets, $20 for 7 tickets, and $50 for 20 tickets. If you really are brave and you really want to support us and you really want this safe, $50 50 tickets is for $100, and we've already had somebody do that this week. So they going all in. So get a ticket, support us, and see if you can get this safe, man. I'm pretty sure there's a lot you can do with it. So with that being said, we are recapping our Tuesday night episode. We had Jameer here. He goes by the name of Ja. If you was here Tuesday night, we asked him a lot of serious questions, man. And one of the specific questions that kept coming up was about kids. And what would you tell your kids if you are doing OnlyFans now? And years later, you go to school or whatever, or their friends end up
start laughing and pointing at you because they know what your mom's disposition is.
Yeah. Yeah.
They understand your mother's deportment. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or your dad.
Or your dad.
Or your dad. You know what I mean? Hey, man, because, a lot of times for the fathers that are around, man, them little girls come. Them little girls come and, they what we used to call them back in the hood, fast ass. You little fast ass, get your little fast ass out of here. And they would look at them daddies, man, and,
I don't think they say that anymore.
They don't say fast ass?
Daughters.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even that type of, can we call it ridicule? Shame.
Shame. That's a good word. Yeah.
They're not offering any sense of shame and what the fuck is the word? Discernment to their daughters.
To make them think about their behavior.
Just to make them think twice about how they present themselves.
Oh, we're going in on that tonight. So for sure, let's go ahead and start off with this, right? So basically, we're talking about this, and Amber Rose, okay?
Sure.
Amber Rose is in the news about it. So it was just funny that this week we're talking about the OnlyFans thing. And also, like I said, Tuesday we'll be having our guests, and so we'll be talking more about it as well.
That's a tattoo?
That's a tattoo.
She has that right now?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess.
Maybe what she does is put makeup on it to cover it up at different times and stuff. But Amber Rose is in the news in regards to how she talks about being an OnlyFans model, stripper, or whatever, all the different things that she does as far as sex work.
So, I did turn that down.
Yeah, you did.
Go ahead and turn it back up.
Yeah, you can.
Amber Rose says she has already told her 9-year-old son about her OnlyFans account and wants being a stripper. Mommy has to make money.
Okay.
End quote. Let's see. Amber Rose has spoken to her son, Sebastian, 9 years old, about once having an OnlyFans account. Sebastian also knows that she was once a stripper. Mommy has to make money, Rose said. Amber Rose, goddamn, they're going to keep repeating it. All right, hold on, man.
It's that type of article.
Shit. The 39-year-old model is mother to Sebastian with ex-husband Wiz Khalifa. Somebody told him, your mom is on OnlyFans, Rose said during an appearance on Emily
Ratajkowski's.
Yep, her. High Low with Imrata podcast on Tuesday via People. And it was during the pandemic. I had to work. I had a whole conversation with him about it.
So but didn't Josh said that on Tuesday? He said the pandemic happened. And he needed to get some money, and that was a means. There was a lot of people that did start around the pandemic. You're at
I
home.
almost started during the pandemic. Kinda.
Hey,
I went and got a, I think I was at 145 at that time. So you do have options. You don't have to do OnlyFans.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
You can do anything.
Right.
In any event, Rose told Rada that felt it better to be open, or that she felt, okay, so their grammars are going to be off. Rose told Ratajkowski that she felt it better to be open with Sebastian now than wait until he's older when the conversation would be even more difficult.
Do you think that?
That's really tough. Kids aren't stupid.
Well, at nine, usually the girls, I would think that it was maybe a girl that says something. Unless, at 9, what is he? He's in junior high school,
that was probably
right?
one of his homeboys or something.
At 9, he's still in elementary.
He's still in elementary, but it's a different world as well.
So maybe through conversation, one of his boys said, your mama is a hoe. She was on OnlyFans.
Probably. And shout out Ralph, man. Happy belated birthday, my brother.
Happy birthday to you. Happy belated, brother.
Happy belated and happy Valentine's Day.
Wow, look at that, man. Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a question, because I meant to ask you this. When you were a kid and because your birthday is on the 13th, were you one of those kids that got like the double gift on one day or something like that? No.
Hell no. My parents was black, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no double nothing.
It was just that was it.
That was that day, and that's it.
Okay.
Of course.
All right.
But so where we at?
We were talking about him being 9, and you know.
Oh yeah, you know, I mean, honestly, man, that's really tough to say. I can't say whether or not it would have been harder when he was older. Because, like I was saying, the job. I mean, this is pretty uncharted territory.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our parents was hoes, actual hoes, prostitutes. They was at the Freaknik and all of these different things, but there was also no internet. There was also no mass human network the way that it is today. You know, so most of us never found out.
Well,
unless our parents directly told us.
Yeah. There's a new movie with Monique. It's trash. The movie's so bad, but it's got its humorous moments. And in the movie, the girl that is the, you know, she's got a mom, the lead girl. She's got a mom, and her mom is telling her, you ain't got to go do nothing to get money. I got money. But basically how the mom was getting money was she got her little male friends coming through, smashing out, then leaving some money.
A lot of us seen that, you know. That's not like that was uncommon, you know. A lot of people's mamas had to call Nate, you know what I'm saying? It was what it was.
Right. So
is that a bad thing?
Right, that's my point.
Like I said on the last show, man, I think there's a respectable way to do just about anything. Respectable way to handle just about anything. And I don't think we're seeing a lot of that discernment today.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
For example, niggas is on the internet promoting, hey man, I'm selling these drugs. If you wanted to stop by my house and you know, pay me for some of this dope. The
gas, or they got different phrases,
crazy.
Right?
That shit is insane.
Yeah, right.
You know, you kept your business to yourself.
Back in the day.
Because it's not everybody's business.
Of course.
You know, especially considering there are laws.
Still.
And not only are there laws, there's also social stigmas. Like it or not, and people like to call it double standards and all of this different bullshit, but you have even not even the collective public image, you yourself have a personal public image. How is it that you want people to see you? I can't think of too many people who tell you that I'm like this fucking goofball and I'm undisciplined and I'm undependable and you know any of that kind of shit. But that was my discernment, my choice to be that kind of person to other people and mean it. And I don't think that that's something that's common today. And that's why I don't necessarily have an issue, because it really is none of my fucking business. But I understand that the things that we do as adults have adverse effects on children.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it's the same as celebrities claiming that the world is not influenced by them when really they are.
Well, that goes back to when Jay-Z, you know, when his daughter was born, he said he wasn't going to use the word bitch in his music no more. It's like, but you made a career off of doing it. You know what I mean? So now all of a sudden, because your daughter is on the planet, you got to issue.
About everybody else's daughter.
Right.
So if that's what you're going to stand for.
Who you ruined.
You know, be righteous, don't be self-righteous. Because self-righteousness is a fucking lie.
Good stuff.
And it's a type of narcissism.
Yeah, totally agree.
But anyway, let's, where we at? I'll just start back. Somebody told him, your mom is on OnlyFans, Rose said during an appearance on Emily, whatever her name is, show.
Ratajkowski.
Yep, sure. Work it out. High Low with M. Rada podcast on Tuesday via People, and it was during the pandemic. I had to work. I had a whole conversation with them about it. Rose told Rada that she felt it better to be open with Sebastian now than wait until he's older when the conversation would be even more difficult. I just explained everything to him. How do you explain that?
I wouldn't want that job.
Like, when it comes to women, you have to let women do what they need to do to support their families. You want to go to a nice school, Six Flags, Universal, travel, mommy has to make money. There's so many different things going on right there, man. So many fucking things going on with that. I can't be the only one. Am I the only one who finds this a little bit insane? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What did they say?
Just said, wow, man. It's like, what the fuck else do you say? That's fucking crazy talking to a 9-year-old. Listen, okay? You know, mama got to open up a little coochie out here. Nigga, so you can have chocolate chips in your pancakes. Isn't that what you like?
Because your daddy ain't shit.
That's essentially what she was saying. You know? Now, I'm sure that she's not poor. I'm sure she may be living outside of her means. Who knows? Because she really is not she doesn't have have a skill set that we know of.
But listen,
Wiz Khalifa is more than likely not a deadbeat father.
But he's concentrating on his MMA career right now.
He's not bad. He doesn't look like he's bad.
He look like he's 100 pounds, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but
his groin cup is heavier than him.
Versus how he looked, you know, in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, no, he was a crack addict back then. Yeah, he definitely looked like one.
I'll say he put the work in.
Yeah.
Everybody don't put the work in.
Yeah, and I respect that. He put the work in.
Yeah, I respect
Just
that.
don't bring that this way, Wiz.
Excuse me, shit. So, you like that Xbox? Well, I had to play with some sticks too. That's funny. Lay the muse. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Lay.
Yeah.
Lay seemed like you on it tonight for sure.
That's fucking funny. But I mean, basically, that's how the fuck do you have that kind of conversation with your kid?
There's no psychiatry book written on it.
You know, I got.
Anybody out there, if you got the means and the time to do it, write a book on psychology and OnlyFans. You make some money, and then come back and give us a percentage.
Territory.
Yeah, come back and give us a percentage because we just gave you the idea.
That's uncharted territory for sure. And you know, no matter how sure you are of yourself, as a parent, it's your job to be more sure about how it's going to affect your child.
You know, listen, man, we live in a society nowadays. I don't think people really even care. They don't
care that it's their responsibility.
Yeah, they play like they do, but a lot of people really don't care.
I'm going to read that statement by her one more time and continue on through this article because it was insane. She says she felt that it was better to do it now than to wait until he's older than 9 years old when the conversation would be more difficult. This is her logic, by the way. Mm-hmm. That's what we're sitting here exploring. We're exploring Amber Rose's logic. Her logic and her discernment, or lack thereof. Mm-hmm. I just explained everything to him, she said. Like when it comes to women, you have to let women do what they need to do to support their families. You want to go to a nice school, Six Flags, Universal, travel. Mommy has to make money. Rose added that Sebastian also knows that she was once a stripper. Ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, when my son is 20, 30 years old, he's not going to be like, Mom, I hate you because you were a stripper before I was born. It's just the dumbest shit, she said. I don't understand how people think it's a big deal. This is the same, is she not the founder of the Slut Walk or whatever?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's crazy. She's trying to redefine the walk of shame. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to do that. It's a part of being human. As well as being mother to Sebastian, Rose also shares a 3-year-old son, Slash, with her former partner, Alexander Edwards. I don't know who that is. Rose and Edwards split in August 2021 after Rose had accused Edwards of cheating on her with multiple women, which he later admitted to. Well, you know... This is pop culture. They got to put everything out there. Edwards, 36, is now dating singer Cher, 76. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Alexander Edwards. You know what you're doing. I respect it. Women do it all the time. You know, I'm not one who believes in following what women are doing, but you know, if they can get a plate, you can get a plate too, my brother. Enjoy. During an appearance on the Sophia with an F podcast.
She be on a podcast. We got to get Amber Rose on our show eventually.
Sure. Uh-huh. I got stuff to say. During an appearance on the Sophia with an F podcast hosted by Sophia Franklin last month, Rose said she now wants to stay single forever because men are fucking gross. I don't want to share my house or my life with anyone, she said. I don't want anyone around my kids. I don't want to have sex. It's so gross, I don't want it. Can anybody speak to what she's doing on OnlyFans and how she's presenting herself?
She's not on anymore.
Oh, so she used to.
Mm-hmm.
She stopped after the pandemic and went back to doing what exactly?
Slut shaming and slut
Modeling
walking.
or
Slut walking.
Yeah. I'm sure she's
she's dating, man. You know, she's giving guys opportunities that probably thought she was hot.
Well, she said that they're fucking gross. She doesn't want to date.
Well, I mean, listen, man. Let me tell you something, man. If I'm a woman and my 36-year-old man leaves me for a 76-year-old,
I mean, look,
I'd probably hate sex too.
You know, everybody be careful out there. Because nobody want to look at that dumbass tattoo on her forehead. Listen, nigga, I'm just saying, bro.
Go back up to it. Let's see what. Like, maybe we can figure it out.
I don't even know what that shit says.
It looks like her son's name, Slash.
Oh, it is? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So maybe the first son.
So is it, what's the other son's
Sebastian.
name? Sebastian. So something in Slash. Maybe both of the names are on there. That's cool, I guess. That's what I want to, you know. That's the thing, man. God damn. Your children are paying attention to what you're doing.
Everything.
Every little fucking thing. People think children are so fucking dumb. One of the things that I always found amazing is Brother Polite, you know, shout out to him. His daughter was like 8 years old or, you know, 7 or 8 years old, and she already knew like 6 languages.
Wow.
Because of him and
the attention he put to her.
Him and his family.
Yeah.
You know,
work together as a unit.
Created and that's what they put in their daughter.
That's right. Good for them.
So if that's possible for an 8-year-old, we got a 9-year-old. What is she teaching them?
It's like that brother.
She said she had to what?
It's like that brother said. He said mothers, they raise their daughters and they love their sons. That was very profound to me.
And too much of anything is bad for you. So she said, you have to let women do what they need to do to support their families.
Hey, Tyrone.
So does that mean that she wants, you know, when it comes time for her son to date and be out there and start creating a family of his own, is he supposed to bring home a prostitute and, you know, mommy,
And she cool with it.
I love her. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
I love her to death. She out there working hard.
Met at the club.
She
sliding down the pole.
Nigga, she working hard.
Now, mind you, we're not judging. The thing is,
not judgment. I'm breaking down the psychology of
it. Right.
You know, because we can't go out in the world and do whatever it is that we want to do without assessing how will this affect me? How will this affect others? One of the things my grandfather always told me is you can have anything in this world that you want. You can do anything in this world that you want, so long as it is not negatively impacting others.
That's right.
Anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? So what sort of responsibility does that mindset come with? Well, there are children around me. You know, when I go, you know, because my songs are not always wholesome. But those ones, I make sure it's age restricted when I put it out. I don't make it this thing where a kid can just go on YouTube without an account and look up and find my lyrics or whatever the hell I'm talking about, any of those things. You know what I'm saying? That do as much as you can do not to negatively impact others, especially children.
Yeah.
You know, for her statement to be she doesn't understand, what was it? She doesn't understand how people could, she doesn't understand how people think it's a big deal. You don't think it's a big deal for your child to hear what it is that they come from? To know what it is that they come from? Both parents.
Yeah.
What sort of legacy have you created? What kind of timeline have you created for your child to look back on and say, wow, that's amazing. You know, I'm proud of that. You know, and my mom and my dad. You know, let me go be this. You know, one of my things that I pride myself on is you know, being the family historian. You know, and telling stories well, and you know, I forgot so many different things after my car accident. But one thing I don't forget is my family history, people history. You know, my friends and all of those different things. I make sure I keep track of that shit. But I got that from a family member.
Yeah,
I got that from my mom, actually, to be more exact. You know, knowing that is a skill that you know she was blessed with. You know, you have to know what it is that you come from to go about in this world. Even the people who grow up without their actual parents, at some point, if they find out that whoever raised them are not their real parents, they go searching. Mm-hmm. Every person in this world, at some point, you wonder where you came from.
Of course.
So that's a huge responsibility for a parent. However, you make the child, what did you sign up for? Mm-hmm. What did you sign up for? You know, so if your only legacy is, nigga, I got you this, you know, I got Xbox. Your skateboard and all of that shit.
You got to go to Disneyland.
Out of this OnlyFans life. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's cool.
Right. Right.
Is that what you want to tell your child? I don't know.
Well, people don't realize that how you think in your 20s is totally different than how you think in your 30s and your 40s, right? You're totally different in your thought process as you change in life and in your age. Some people stay the same. I mean, I've met some very hip 60-year-olds. Yeah. You know what I mean? That, you know, they're, you know...
With the times?
Well, it's not even that. It's just that they're a little bit more liberal in their thinking. You know what I mean? To where, you know, we call them lifelong bachelors, lifelong teens, in a sense. Where they, you know,
some eternal midlife crisis.
I mean, when you start to know who you truly are and what you really want out of life, a lot of times it's going to be in total disagreement of what the norm is.
Almost everything that you've done so far.
It's going to be in total disagreement. You know, as soon as you say, you know what, I don't want to be married, I don't want to have kids, it's totally opposite of what society says you should be doing at a specific age.
Right.
You know, oh, you're 40, you're 45, you're 50, you don't have any kids, what's wrong with you?
Well, 40 is the new 20. Didn't you know that?
I mean, hey, look, man.
Didn't you guys know that 40 is the new 20? You know how bad, I'll say this forever, they want J-Lo, Hollywood wants J-Lo to be 20 years old so fucking bad.
Yeah.
And that bitch is damn near a zombie in these movies. Yeah. Her and Halle Berry.
Look, man, you just saw, look, Cher 76 dating a 36-year-old man.
Mm-hmm. And we know why.
Do we?
What is she telling herself? Yep.
But Cher, listen, I don't know what vampire juice or blood she drinking.
Makeup.
Or a really good surgeon.
A really good makeup artist and a really good fucking surgeon.
A really good surgeon.
It. Hollywood.
And she hits the gym. You gotta respect that though.
I'm not saying that she don't look good for a 76-year-old. But I am saying 76 is not the new fucking 30, nigga.
No, not at all.
You know, her body, I guarantee her body does not feel like it did when it was 30. And I mean to the touch from another human. Nigga, her ass ain't stiff or none of that shit. She's mobile enough for a 76-year-old. I'm for real. I get tired of that shit.
To the touch of a human.
Seriously. What,
you think biblically, man, she waxing old.
Nigga, you think her skin feels like a 20-year-old?
I don't even want to know.
Exactly.
You know, Madonna's going through trouble with that right now. They did a side-by-side. They
wanted that bitch to be young forever.
Well, hold on. They did a side-by-side. Okay, let's finish up on this. Yeah, but they did a side-by-side of Angela Bassett and Madonna, and they both, I think, was 63?
Yeah.
They both 63, 64. And they did a side-by-side of that. I didn't, you know, that shows you how much I'm not caught up with it. I didn't even realize that I had no clue that she had been moved on from which, you know, I don't pay attention to that stuff, so I had no clue. Anyway,
but
in conjunction with, I call it slutdom, whoredom. And let me explain something to you. I don't have a problem with those phrases. I don't have a problem with it at all.
But can we be honest about it?
There you go. That's the thing.
Can we be fucking real?
That's the thing.
Say, you know what? I really don't know what this is gonna do to my kid, but at least I made sure they were fed.
Yeah.
I made sure they were fed and that they had the option to go to a good school.
Yeah.
Are they gonna need therapy later? I can't say. But at least I put myself in a position to be able to pay for it if they need it. That's how I would approach it. Because I'll be fucking real about it, nigga. Mm-hmm. You think you out here, nigga, putting your pussy all over the internet or putting your dick all over the internet and your kid find out that they're not going to be like, that's what I come from?
Well, that's if you, something that Josh said that I was like really cool about. He said, once you got into him more and you kind of had to get him to clarify it, and he was just basically, because there are some hip parents out there. Like I've met parents that was just like, yeah, they did whatever they want. Yeah, he walked around without a diaper for a long time. I'm like, and we may frown on it and question it, but the end result is, how does this person end up to be a contributor to this world?
Absolutely.
Because really, that's what we're talking about. I think that's what you're mentioning about.
Absolutely.
It's like, you know, how does this person end up becoming a contributing factor to the world? How does this person end up being a decent person? Right? Because everybody's not religious, and everybody doesn't have the same morality clauses in their family life, you know? And so, you know, I think where you're coming from, if I can speak, is basically the bullshit that Amber is saying in her conversation.
Yeah, pretending like it's not going to have any sort of effect on her child.
No ramifications.
It's fucking ridiculous.
No ramifications.
And then her rhetoric about women needing to take care of their families and all of that shit.
Yeah, which is odd because, okay, well, if Wiz is the father, is he a deadbeat dad? Because I'm pretty sure he's giving money.
Talk about it.
Right? He's giving money,
and
so...
Look, he said, my boy Ty said, your mama jokes is definitely going to hit different for that young man.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Sarah?
I wonder how Corinne Steffens' kids are doing.
She got kids?
Yeah, she's got a couple.
I mean, good for her. You know what I'm saying? She got some Lifetime Achievement Award or something recently? I don't remember what the headline was. Something happened.
Shout out to Eric. That's her regular.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? She got some sort of she was recognized for some shit. Lady Muse says the bullying is crazy. One OnlyFans model's little brother had to switch schools. I didn't see that.
Then now we're talking, you know what I'm saying, about how people could say it's not going to affect them.
You can say whatever you want about what you give your child, how you guide them, what direction you point them in.
Mm-hmm.
None of that has any bearing on how the rest of the world is going to interact with them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Zero.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's necessary to take that into account. That's why some shame and some inhibitions, I believe, are a little bit important.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. I would never, if I had a daughter, I would never tell her, "Oh, sure, dress like a whore, go outside."
Yeah, go ahead, slut it up today.
And not take some sort of, you know, precautionary measure to say, okay, well, if somebody grabs you, you know, here's some tools because you looking like a slut. They gonna want some.
Right.
You know, but to just let it be a thing. So, well, good luck out there. It's not the job of a parent.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, you know, it unfortunately, single moms, they raise their daughters and they just love their sons. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
Got a 60-year-old dominatrix. She charges men $150 an hour to clean her house.
That's what she do.
And this woman here...
No, where's that one picture?
That was the one you had, right? Oh, you found another one. Okay, that's it there. Yeah. If you're on YouTube, you can see this photo.
And I'm about to pull it up on YouTube right now.
Yeah, we're pulling it up so you can check it out. So you can see this here.
Oh, come on with the ads.
Yeah, right.
So 67-year-old, and now she's about 74-ish.
Probably.
Right? That was 6 years ago.
So she say.
So she's 73, 74, somewhere in there. 67-year-old dominatrix makes men dress as maids and clean her house. Now listen, if you're not on YouTube, nigga, I'm just saying, you know, the pictures are something to behold. Whether that be in a negative or positive fashion,
whatever floats your boat.
Completely up to you.
Whatever floats your boat.
You know, so I mean, good on her.
She got Buddha in the background. You see a lewd statue of Buddha?
Wow, that's crazy.
And right next to Buddha says the slave collar. See the slave collar?
I mean, you know, you can do whatever you want in this life, man. That's what they signed up for. A part of me really respects her ingenuity and imaginative nature.
Get paid.
So meet Sherry Lever, a 67-year-old grandmother, a dominatrix, and an absolute icon. Look how the language changes from when white people do some silly ass shit. I'm just saying. 6 years ago, retired chef Sherry divorced her husband. Rather than feeling down in the dumps, she channeled her post-breakup feelings into a total transformation, undergoing a makeover and taking up work as a dominatrix. Work.
I guess beating ass is work.
Crazy, nigga. She now charges men $120 an hour, or 120 euros an hour, which I believe that was updated to 150.
150.
Yeah, 150 an hour, for the honor of coming over to clean her house while wearing a French maid's outfit. I respect the writer of this article for not being or for being subjective, I guess. I've been enjoying life through my alter ego. Here we go. There it is right there. Her alter ego, nigga. I've been enjoying life through my alter ego, says Sherry, who goes by the name Mistress Sophia when she's working.
Now, mind you, she's British, so that's part of that.
Yeah, just because I'm in my 60s doesn't mean I can't make a living off dominating men while I wear PVC outfits. What the fuck is PVC?
It's plastic.
Why didn't she just say patented leather or whatever? Nigga, this picture is awful.
She reminds me, if any of you guys ever watched The Last Dragon and Eddie Arcadian's girlfriend and all the outfits, she's got her outfits like that. You know what I mean? The dirty book outfits.
This bitch is gross, nigga. If you want to see Sophia the Mistress or whatever, go to YouTube at CMCT Show. You will find us. We're currently live there as we are on Facebook and Instagram. Most ladies my age have retired. Oh, hold on. Let me read the caption to the photo. She charges men hundreds an hour to be punished. Good for her. Most ladies my age have retired, but my life has only just started. No, it hasn't. Sherry's career change came after she watched a documentary about phone sex. She tried working as a phone sex operator and found she enjoyed screaming at men and belittling them.
Most women do, though.
Yes, they do. One day, most modern women.
Most modern liberal women.
Yeah. One day, she scribbled down a client's number and texted him to come over. When he arrived at her front door, she ordered him to change into a pink and white maid outfit and patent stilettos heels. As soon as I saw him, I was so excited, says Sherry. I locked him in the spare room and released him 2 hours later. And she got this nigga in fishnets or some kind of shit.
A French maid outfit.
This is crazy.
And some boots.
And he down here on the floor in her raggedy ass house. bad. The color palette is awful in there. You know, she got this nigga dressed like a stupid fucking idiot.
Oh man.
Well, she probably got this nigga wearing panties or something, man. Anyway, she often makes men wear maid outfits and clean her house. Then I whipped him on the bottom and demanded he clean my kitchen. Watching him mop, I never felt so alive. Afterwards, he paid me 250 euros. It was so much money I couldn't believe it. And I loved being dominating, so I decided to do it full time. I'll save that for the end when I get done reading the article. So, so I decided to do it full time. The next day, Sherry invested in all the tools she needed to become a full-on dominatrix, picking up leather, whips, gimp masks, handcuffs, and blindfolds. She turned her conservatory into a fetish playroom where her male clients can stay.
Conservatory is usually a library, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So she took all her books out.
Yep. Fuck these books. Nigga, I've been reading and being a professional bitch all these years. What was I thinking? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck was I thinking? Being a professional bitch all these years. Let me get rid of my home office and library and put some, Anyway, I'll start back up there. The next day, Sherry invested in all the tools she needed to become a full-on dominatrix, picking up leather, whips, gimp masks, handcuffs, and blindfolds. She turned her conservatory into a fetish playroom where her male clients can stay. Inside, there's a bed with a metal cage underneath, whips hanging from the ceiling, and a range of chains and floggers decorating the walls. Floggers is the shit that you get whipped with, nigga. The shit that you get hit with.
So she made a dungeon, pretty much.
She in there beating these niggas' asses and then telling them, nigga, to sweep her floor. Sherry's become pretty popular. Is that how they... I was gonna say, I know that's not how they ended the fucking article. I get men aged from 19 to 84 visiting me, she says. I've punished everyone from barristers to surgeons.
Listen, if you getting beat at 84, I would, like... I'd love to speak to any woman out there who may have had a past of being a prostitute and or a stripper or something. Anything exotic dealing with the sex trade. And were you ever worried that some
Somebody might change their mind in the moment, nigga.
Would die.
Oh, well, I mean,
yeah, you know, 84, like your heart, like people are dying now in their 40s.
I don't think women ever think that far. Honestly, women rarely think of actual consequences and repercussions because contingency is not what their life is based on. That's not contingency is not women's existence other than hypergamy. That's about as close to contingency as women's reality gets.
So she done punished everyone.
You don't know those words. Well,
baristas to surgeons.
Boy, oh boy, where are we at? Men visit me because they need to de-stress or because they need distress. They just want to let off steam. They want to let off steam by getting knocked upside the fucking head by this old goofy looking bitch in this latex. That's cool. They just want to let off steam. For some, it is their sexual fantasy, but for others, they find pain relaxing. Excuse me. I provide a professional service, and men love what I do for them. Some of my submissives are even married, but I never feel guilty because we aren't having sex. I also hate people believing that I take money off men for nothing. I'd never do that, and I'm not a prostitute. These men never touch me, although sometimes they pay for foot worship, which is when they play with my feet. For certain clients, Sherry will make her services extra special. This bitch's wall is insane. If you're not on YouTube, man, I'm just saying. Anyway.
Isn't that Shrek? That's a mask of Shrek up there.
Yep. She got that nigga over there cleaning, wiping the counters down and shit in a Shrek mask, wearing a bitch's outfit. One client asked to be walked to the park with a lead on his neck, which is basically just a leash. Yeah. Leash and collar.
And we've seen that here in the States, like black guys walking and then people saying, "Oh, that's crazy."
Yeah, absolutely. It was my most outrageous session, says Sherry. I threw a ball for him to fetch, but a dog chased it at the same time. She just having all this fun, nigga. She's like, I threw the ball. And this stupid motherfucker went chasing the ball, and the dog beat him to it.
Yeah, the dog.
And she should have beat his ass after he let the dog get to the ball before him.
How dare you? You let that pit bull
She
get
should
the ball.
have beat his ass right there, took the leash off of him, and fucked him up for letting the dog get the ball before he got it. Anyway, people were giving us funny looks. It was during school hours, as I'm cautious of who sees. Are you? But the embarrassment turned him on. No one dared say anything to us. They must have been afraid. No, they were probably confused and or disturbed. What the fuck would they be afraid of?
Right.
I hope this old bitch doesn't come over here and put the leash on me. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'll save it. I got a whole fucking thing for this. They must have been afraid. Afterwards, I tied him to the swing and made him eat dog food out of a dog bowl. It was incredibly fun. Sherry is lucky to not only have a career that's thriving, a career at 68. You're too old for a career, nigga. It's not a career anymore. You're old. All right? Afterwards, I tied him to the swing and made him eat dog food out of a dog bowl. It was incredibly fun. Sherry is lucky to not only have a career that's thriving, but a family that supports what she does. She's open with her sons about her work and loves that they're on board. Oh, goddamn, there's more. Sherry hopes that her journey will inspire other women to try punishing men.
They already do.
She says my son even brought his friends over to show them my fetish playroom.
Wow.
I am over the moon that my family is so supportive. If they weren't, I wouldn't do it.
Lies.
I highly doubt that.
Lies.
I try my best to keep my submissives in the conservatory, but my kids don't seem to mind the sissy maids that clean around the house. I've helped numerous women in their 60s whose husbands have left them see the light again and have inspired them to embark on dominatrix work. I can't imagine my life without my submissives now. I love being able to punish men. Even if I won the lottery, I'd still do it. There's no greater feeling than getting my whip out and making a man wince. So, did it say at any point that she had like divorced or whatever?
Yeah, she's divorced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, retired chef Sherry divorced her husband. Yeah. So, make sure this picture, they can see the picture. You know what I'm saying? So, this is the thing. All right.
Oh man.
Because I don't like bullshit.
Oof.
And the bullshit here is this. She's living some, and it's fine. Fantasize, get to whatever it is that you fantasized and dreamt about. But psychologically speaking, what is she doing? She's lying to herself.
Pretty much. Yeah, of course.
She is grasping at straws in her fucking life right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening psychologically. That's why she had to come up with something to do.
After
Number
the divorce.
one, to occupy her time after her divorce. Because she was 68, or we
pretty
don't know,
much,
however
that's
old
retirement
she was.
age.
Yeah, however old she was when she got divorced. But she was over the hill. It didn't say what her prior job was, but
over the hill and around the mountain, brother.
Nigga, you know what I'm saying? And she's not a looker.
No, she ain't.
You know?
No, she's
you
not.
You can look at her and tell the bitch she wasn't no 8, 9, or 10 when she was young. You know, I think she realized that her options were up. So she created something. She went to a divested community.
Mm-hmm.
And said, this is what y'all niggas like, and I can, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Benefit.
And subconsciously, clearly, she doesn't like men.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever, and when we don't know what the fuck her divorce was like, and her relationship, any of that shit prior to any of this. But,
well, she's got kids and she's got grandchildren.
Yeah,
so
it's
that
clear.
Speaks a lot right there.
There's something that she's feeling inside that is men's fault.
Mm-hmm.
And this is her lashing out. This is her release, which whatever. I'm not saying that she shouldn't do whatever the fuck it is that she wants to do, but I'm saying cut the bullshit. I cannot stand bullshit. Now, the one thing that I wanted to hit on, and I probably should save this for Tuesday because I know I'm going to end up talking about it, but the interesting thing about women's existence, people talk double standards and what men can do, what women can do, and equality and all of that bullshit. The one thing that I think completely destroys the idea of equality between men and women is this. Nearly any woman on this planet right now can take off her fucking clothes and gain something from it. Mm-hmm. Even fat bitches. Mm-hmm. I know y'all exist out there. You know what I'm saying? There's niggas that like y'all too.
Oh yeah, they call them BBWs.
But for a woman to have the option to just be a purely sexual being
and make money
is astounding. Oh yeah, and benefit from being a purely sexual being. That's astounding. And I'm not saying that that's a good or bad thing. I'm saying that that's the difference in realities for a man and a woman. That could never be a man's existence. Typically. Typically could never be a man's existence. Nearly any woman. And there's weirdos out there, it can go all the way down into adolescence. Adolescent women. If the world allowed it.
Right. Yeah.
That is the existence of a woman. So all of this bullshit she talking about, she had to find the strength and she hooking other old bitches up and teaching them that this is a choice outlet and all of that bullshit. Get the fuck out of here, man. Yes, I have and always will, cause that's the truth, nigga. Listen, I still to this day.
What was his question? What was his statement?
I don't want to.
Okay.
She probably doesn't care. So my ex-wife is in the chat. You know what I'm saying? She said that you've been saying that since we were married.
Interesting.
Because one of the things that I found interesting in any relationship that I've ever been in, or even just in general, just observing, I've been around the world in the United States and shit quite a bit, and I study people, as you know.
Yeah, of course.
And one of the most interesting things about women that I find in this entire, empowerment movement and feminism and all of that stupid shit, for a woman, at the baseline, you got two options. I can decide to pursue independence, or I can be a natural woman. And for the most part, all a woman really has to do is have good sex with a guy. and he'll pay for her entire existence.
Yeah.
So, speaking purely from the military aspect, a woman who's decided, you know what, maybe the military, right? And maybe there's a million dudes lighting up her inbox. Not literally a million, but you know,
right? Yeah.
She has prospects. Because that's what it is when you're young. You got prospects.
Of course.
When you're sexy, you got prospects. You're attractive, you got prospects. She's gonna decide between the two. And today, I believe a majority of women are gonna go, you know what? I'm gonna enlist. I need to enlist in the military. I need to enlist. Do you understand the gravity?
Yeah, of course.
The gravitas of such a fucking
action
choice. A decision like that, you know what? I need to enlist, nigga. That's what I need to do. I need to enlist. A woman. As a man, I done been through some shit. Anybody anybody viewing who knows me, man, I've had an interesting life. Plenty of trials and tribulations, from childhood into adulthood as well. Nigga, if a bitch ever approached me and said, you know what, I got you, you're good. And I knew that was, you know what I'm saying? That was righteous.
Meaning she coming to you like, all you gotta do is give me good sex and companionship.
Be a good looking nigga. That's
Go
it.
to the gym, stay right.
That's it.
You know, be dressed up right.
I ain't never been offered nothing close to that, nigga. How many motherfuckers you know?
Now I've seen. Listen, I've lived in L.A.
Yeah,
so
I ain't
I've
saying
seen.
it don't exist.
No,
but I'm saying, nigga, the amount.
No, I mean, listen.
It's not even close.
Let me explain something to you. What I'm saying is, for the people who I knew in L.A., it was always old gay white men that would come to young black men and be yo.
I got some of them offers too.
Right, you see what I'm saying? But rarely ever would it ever be a woman coming to you.
Bitch, you got money.
Got money. Like, hey, just you don't ever have to work. I got you. No. No. That doesn't.
Exactly.
That's rare. That's rare. You know, it would be a lot less brothers out there stressed if that.
I bet you that. As my grandpa said, nigga, and I bet you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's plenty of bitches out there.
I'm glad you brought that around the roundabout because that's a good point.
It's important.
It's very important.
I really listen. my main objective whenever I'm assessing anything, you know, I've never been on a debate team or anything, but I think it's very important to get shit down to the very base level, the core of it all. And I think that is the core of the woman's confusion. You gonna decide to go do war? You gonna decide to go work in a corporate office and put all of this fucking stress on your back?
Or to work on the side of the road, or to work in the...
Nigga, you know how many bitches was in the coal mines, man?
Yeah, no, it didn't happen.
Come on.
And it's funny because I've been watching, like, there's been this specific commercial, you know, Georgia Power, and they've been showing at the opening of the commercial, like, these two women. And I'm just like, stop.
Here,
you know? But, you know, they push that because, you know, that's part of the process. The programming that they
you know, and this is the thing. Understand. I'm not saying that women can't do it.
Right. No one's saying that.
I'm saying it is extremely curious that
with the other options that women have,
proposed with all of these other options as a woman, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna enlist.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that's hilarious. Actually, I think it's hysterical because my choice for enlistment was, I know I don't want to go to college.
Or how about this one? I'm going to be a cop.
Any of those. In any of this shit, that's why I chose enlistment, because I think that's the height of the danger of it all. Like, you're going to enlist?
Well, it makes sense to a man. No, hold on. It makes sense to a man because, you know, the other benefits that come with that as a man.
And it's never just for us is the thought is, man, if I have
because
a family,
men get into the military. Listen, men, like, a lot of the times, and I had a student he was a recruiter, and the conversation is always, you know, he says all the time, he says a lot of the guys that end up getting in, or one of the things they always say in conversation of sitting across the desk is the discipline.
Yeah.
They want that discipline.
Yeah.
You know, you've mentioned that to me before. You was like, yo, like the military gave me a discipline that, you know.
The reason I picked martial arts back up.
Absolutely.
You know? But
yeah, women, like I've learned, women don't get into martial arts for discipline. They get into, they want to get in shape and self-defense.
And the majority of the women in the military do not respect the discipline or the structure. You know, we've talked about the way that kingdoms have failed historically.
Yeah.
You know, plenty of units in the military, and anybody, any of my military, you know, compatriots, and the, you know, that are viewing right now. I know that you can all speak up for this. The amount of PCAs and PCSs, like, which is picking somebody up and sending them to go do something else, get the fuck out of my unit because you are causing a lot of trouble here right now. Women. Mm-hmm. Typically, that is women. Mm-hmm. Fucking everybody in the dorms, fucking everybody in the office,
doing what they want to do.
The warehouse,
doing,
being a young bitch with some money, and that's fine. Listen, I ain't saying that's. I'm just saying, if that's what you were gonna do anyway, why did you need to enlist today?
Well, there's more men.
What? Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's that too, but it's just insane. It's very curious for a woman to make that choice, nigga. When I made the choice to enlist, it was. I've left home twice already. Mm-hmm. I know I don't want to be where my family's home is. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be stuck in the hood doing what the fuck I was doing with my grandfather and cousins and different things. You know, what's the best choice that I can make right now for my future? And I know, you know, even though I'm not ready for it right now, I know someday in the future I wanted kids, I wanted a good family, I wanted some stability. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I'm going to the military.
Okay, that makes sense.
Let me enlist. Mm-hmm. Let me get the discipline. Let me start making money. And, you know, I mapped all of this shit out. Those are not the things that women are saying. Mm-hmm. Well, I need to create a career for myself. Mm-hmm. That's the number one thing you're going to hear. I need to create a career for myself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to buy a Gucci purse. And,
what?
And what is it? Jimmy Choo shoes and all of this stupid shit.
And the military.
I wish you were in here 10 minutes ago, bro.
And the military gives me that opportunity.
Well, not even just the military. Just all of this deciding to go work bullshit. And I want to explain the math really quick. Because, I'm a thinker, okay? If women had never joined the workforce, shit would not be as expensive right now.
Yeah, of course, well, we know that.
We wouldn't be dealing with the impossible single-person household. It's nearly impossible to be a single-person household. Mm-hmm. It's nearly impossible to be a single-family household. Mm-hmm. Financially speaking, for the average earning potential and the average income, mm-hmm. It's nearly impossible because women, you know, what if I didn't have my own money, I wouldn't be able to get my nails done. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go out with the bitches, you know, with my bitches what if this nigga says no? Because it's too expensive. I'm thinking about a budget, stupid nigga. This is not shit that I'm making up, nigga. I'm damn near quoting.
No, and it segues into what we're going to be talking about absolutely. With the other topics. Because this whole double standard, we want to go to the Busta Rhymes thing. This whole double standard, man. It's one of these things where a lot of times people don't realize that if we encourage this behavior, mm-hmm. right, and we don't address it, like what he's basically doing is addressing it. He's making it something
I'm just talking about the reality.
The reality of it, you know. You know, when you see this stuff happens, people kind of sweep it under the rug, right? So women can go and do certain things, and it's not an issue. It's this woman's how would they feel about a man being a dominatrix? You know, I mean, you got 50 Shades of Grey, but
he's the adverse reactions. You know, it would be polarizing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's okay, but there's guys out there who make money being professional masseuses, and but people even on especially Black Twitter.
But the ratio, is outrageous.
Yeah.
The difference in ratio is outrageous. it's understandable, which really only supports my thought process of, wow, if I was a bitch or a woman, if I was a woman, I would have never decided on construction, nigga,
especially in your
gun
early
warfare.
20s. In your early 20s?
Yeah. No, what the fuck do I look like? Nigga, ride the club scene or whatever.
That's a rare oddity in regards to that. It's kind of like the tomboy in a woman. You know, there's some people who are tomboys, and they tell you eventually they grow out of that.
Yeah, because they realize, because at a certain point it's, damn, I've been playing football, you know, with the neighborhood boys all these years, and then it was time for niggas to get a job. And I said, you know what? Fuck that. I don't want to go get a job. These niggas, you know, the shit they got to go do as a young man, a young teenager working.
Different priorities.
Landscaping and all of the, you know, the shit that men get into.
That's what, Brandon Heitkamp said. It's all about priorities.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so it's just insane to see that. That's all I'm saying. I ain't telling nobody what to do. I ain't even making fun of you for doing it. But do I think that it's curious and that there's some comedy and irony involved in these decisions that y'all are making?
Absolutely.
I tell you what, there are not many men on this planet right now. Men. Real men. There are not many men on this planet right now, if they were offered any of option-wise, the reality that women inherently have, bet you they wouldn't say no.
Yeah, of course. You gotta be a certain type of person to not.
Nigga, if maybe not Oprah, but if a billionaire woman hits you up right now and said it was good,
my life is good. My life is good.
He didn't even think about it, nigga. He didn't say, well, you know, I gotta create a career of my own.
No.
You know what I'm
no
saying?
struggle. No
I
struggle.
Gotta do it myself.
No struggle.
I know I'm gonna buy my own house. Fuck that.
No struggle.
Fuck that billionaire. I got it.
No struggle.
Nigga, please. Anyway, I just want y'all to think about that. Anyway, Busta Rhymes throws a drink at butt-grabbing fan who says I didn't mean to.
Man, that was a lie in itself.
No accountability on this bitch.
None.
Indeed.
If you hadn't already seen what's going on in the news, Busta Rhymes is dealing with that.
I'll mute it. We can play it.
He's dealt with it before on stage, and he had to call somebody out about it. But this
is not the first occurrence for him.
And Busta, let me tell you something. I met Busta.
He's even on his pretty well-to-do gentleman.
Yeah, he is. But even on his on his public meetings when he's meeting you and taking photos, he's very specific on how he takes his photos.
Muslim.
Well, yeah, and he's
5%.
very big on not being touched. He's very big on that. Like my photo, he's probably here. Yeah. He's kind of like Keanu Reeves. You know, Keanu Reeves, whenever, especially when he takes pictures with women, he never hugs. He never, you know, he's always like, I've seen
that.
Yeah, they might as well be doing the Wakanda forever, you know.
Like 6 feet apart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
and then again, this is another thing too, and I know y'all may find this as funny, but who the hell would want to touch Busta Rhymes' ass, man?
That ain't none of my business.
You know what I'm saying? Has that ever happened to you? Anybody ever pinch you or grab you or you found it?
Plenty.
Yeah.
I told you what happened last night when I went to the grocery store after we got done with training.
Yes, you did.
That bitch was like,
she's gonna feel those arms in the shoulders.
She's like, you got arms. She's like, I bet I could take you to the ground. And she came over and was like,
60-something years old.
Yep. And I just stood there, you know, because what am I going to do?
Highlight of her life.
Push this goofy-ass white bitch up off of me in this grocery store, or just stand there and say, yeah, well, we teach self-defense downtown.
That's why you got to see.
If you're interested.
That's why you got to see.
I know.
Mandingo.
Nigga, this is, I've been living it. Crazy, weird white motherfuckers been grabbing my shoulders and groping me since I started doing push-ups, nigga.
Man,
I get it.
Listen, it is in their culture. It goes back to being on the auction block.
I know. She wanted to know how fast I could run and jump and all of that stupid shit.
So listen, if any of you out there know of there's an old movie that came out in '76. It came out the same year. It actually came out right before Roots came out, but it was called Mandingo. It's an old movie. It stars Ken Norton and a whole bunch of like
a boxer.
No, yeah, Ken Norton, the boxer. Yeah, I've been wanting you to watch this movie.
Look, I got a list of movies. I have a backlog of movies from my first year in the military to right now. From all the people that I've met. Hey, man, you got to watch this. And I kept the list. I have it. I update it frequently.
But this is the thing. So for women, you guys, you know, black women specifically, y'all hate when people touch y'all hair. How do you think for a man that is for somebody to smack you on the ass or grab you or grope your arms? And we're supposed to be cool with that.
Yeah, we're supposed to be. Playing the video really quick. The audio is silenced because we don't know what, copyright, whatever. The video is flipped on YouTube, by the way. What the fuck? Oh, do I need to reload it, maybe?
It doesn't want to play for you now.
Because I'm black. Because I went on here talking that good shit. Let's get rid of the ads and see what it does. Can we have it?
It said you're going.
Now we gotta. Yeah, I gotta get the
you're going to get this ad. But anyway,
goddamn. Get out, body sweat. Scouting. Yep, exactly. They always fucking scouting. All right, well, fuck the video. It ain't working right now. So.
Yeah. Listen, if you're on social media, you probably have seen it.
I've seen the video on Facebook.
Because people make a joke.
Yeah, of course they do.
You know. I mean, look what it even says. Look at it. Look. Yeah, in the article.
This should be it right here. Yeah, there it is. Gotta mute that just in case. Yeah, so if you're on YouTube, you see the video. Oh, I didn't mean to. Yeah. He was assaulted.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
Yeah, he had to defend himself.
Pretty much.
Rightfully so.
And she braving her own self because there was some big ass bodyguards too.
Humongous.
and he's big. He's like 6'4", 6'5". He's huge.
He got to be at least 250 pounds.
To me, he was. I'm 5'10", and at that time I was probably lifting, so I was at a good 190, pure muscle.
He's a big dude.
He's big, man.
But hey, man, I'm a woman.
Yeah, I got the right to do that. And I'm kind of cute. I was wearing my best.
Oh,
not even
playing it. You bitches.
She didn't expect that.
Run it back. Hold on. So you can see the entourage and shit moving. Sorry if you're not on YouTube.
I mean, look at the guy in the gray. He's huge, man.
Look at her. She creeping too.
He kept but see, you know what?
He could have swung on her and kind of shit.
The bodyguard needed to take an L because he moves the guy right here, right? But he doesn't see. Look,
he was being
his
sexist.
Blind spot. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
because she's a woman.
Yeah, his blind
spot. Now, if you want to talk about sexism, that was sexist.
That was very sexist.
Instead of him knocking her fucking head off, he said, "Oh, it's a woman."
Yep.
You know,
and didn't even see it happen. But the guy in the suit did see it happen. So anyway, why are we talking about this? Because it was assault. And, it's going to be something that's laughed at. I mean, look, it says, let me read that real quick. This Busta Rhymes fan regrets the urge to make it clap on that rapper's rear end. See,
that was a terrible, what the fuck is it called?
It's probably a white person.
Metaphor, reference, whatever.
It's the only song that they know.
Yeah, I get it. That was awful. Go ahead.
Nikita Mathis, the fan who slapped Busta Rhymes' butt on Monday, apologized for putting her hands on the rapper, who reacted by throwing a drink in her face. I didn't mean to touch his behind, honestly. I was just happy to meet him and wanted to pick. Been a longtime fan, Mathis said in a statement to the Shade Room. Now, what she needs to do is just be honest, like we always say, right?
She wanted to fuck.
Yes, she definitely wanted to get into that situation with this man. So I didn't mean to touch his behind, honestly. I was just happy to meet him and wanted to pick. Been a longtime fan, Mathis said in a statement to the Shade Room. I admit I shouldn't have touched him at all, but he's Busta. I felt like I could possibly get a pick. In the 11-second clip, Mathis is seen walking behind the Brooklyn. Why would she want to touch fucking Busta Rhymes' ass?
Y'all about to say he's almost like 60 or something.
Yeah, but he don't work out like
money,
that.
whatever.
He don't work out like that. Like I get it if it like
hypergamy, nigga, it don't matter. Hypergamy.
Okay. I didn't mean to touch his behind, honestly. I was just happy to meet him and wanted to pick. Been a longtime fan, Mathis said in a statement in the Shade Room. I admit I shouldn't have touched him at all, but he's Busta with capital letters. I felt like I could possibly get a pick. No.
If she would have made, hey, Bus, and asked him, I guarantee you she probably would have got a picture with him. Yeah. She did. She literally pinched his ass, nigga. This is my thing. I get that people are doing shit. But do we got to be fake about it?
Right.
Do we gotta lie about it?
You enrage people with that action.
Because it's not even insulting people's intelligence. It's just bullshitting
rude.
about it.
It's rude. In the 11-second clip, Mathis is seen walking behind the Brooklyn rapper's entourage and suddenly lunges towards him, copping a feel of his backside while striking a smile. 50-year-old angrily reacts to the butt slap, throwing a drink at Mathis and splashing others around him. So now it's his fault.
Yeah, we got to throw a little bit of shade on him.
She tried. Oh, look, see, it even gets worse. She tried to plead with him. The person who filmed the incident told News Flare, and it made him more upset. He finally turned around and walked off. She tried to plead with him about what? The photo, or about touching his crotch? Can I touch the front now? I got the back. Can I touch the front? That's crazy, man. I saw that. I was just like, come on, man. Come on, he's damn near 320 pounds, man. The vocalist was performing and speaking to entrepreneurs at the Las Vegas Magic Apparel Trade Show. It's the Magic Show. Okay. Before the incident happened, representatives for Busta Rhymes did not respond to the post request for comment. There's no need to. Many fans stormed to Twitter sharing their reaction to the touchy incident. See, the jokes. What would the woman do if Busta Rhymes touched her inappropriately? She'd be paid. Yep. How far would that lawsuit go? Tweeted one fan. Yep. He didn't have to throw a drink on her. She's just a fan that went too far, rebutted another. Busta was not feeling that. Had to throw the drink on her. I don't blame him, commented a Busta Rhymes fan. This is not the first time the rapper has reacted to a frisky fan after they invaded his personal space. In 2022, the Touch It, you see the jokes?
Yeah, they need to stop it.
The Touch It rapper went viral for a video of him slapping a female concert girl's hand away from his body during a performance. If the slap wasn't enough, he warned the handsy fan's boyfriend, "See, I'm a grown man. I'll fuck your girl, bro. I don't want to fuck your girl," he said on the stage. "Tame your girl." Rhymes, whose real name is Trevor George Smith Jr.
What a name.
And why did you need to even tell us that? Because we have always known him for Busta Rhymes. If he came and said, "Hey, it's Trevor George Smith Jr.," no one would know who he was. Yeah. Anyway, he responded to his defensive reaction last year, claiming, "We live in a weird time. She touched me and shit. Y'all got them little funny-ass camera phones filming, and I don't agree with that. She might do some police shit. I'm not with it."
Saying basically she could try to blackmail him. She could try to say that, he did X, Y, Z. All of this different shit with this whole filming. And again, your public image is super important, man. And I respect that he takes that serious for himself, not even just PR-wise.
Why do women feel like they have the right to that double standard?
Because the world says so.
And there's simpish men that think it's cool and allow it.
And that's what I mean when I say the world. I'm not just saying on the media and the propaganda and shit that we ingest. I'm saying all who have not turned against it. Everyone who's quiet about it, you're still complicit in it.
Yeah, you're not making policy. You're not making policy about it. You're not making a difference.
The general public, everybody who accepts it as truth. Sure, she can do whatever she wants to do.
Well, that happened too on the basketball court. Did you see that with the girl? She was doing some move. Some cheerleader and the basketball player was over on that side. She kicks him by accident. He doesn't pay attention to it. He's playing the game. She thinks he went to touch his butt. So she goes over to the court to ask him why the game is happening. They escorted her out, but it was like, why did she feel like she had the right to
interrupt the whole basketball? This entire thing right here, this production, it is a production.
Yeah. That brings us into Justin Sylvester, the other article, who that one over there. Jenna Bush. If you haven't seen that happen a while back, he pushes Jenna Bush off of him during
Oh yeah, this was last year. It says Justin Sylvester pushes Jenna Bush Hager away after she gets too close. If you're on YouTube, again, you can see the video. I'll restart it.
And then the question is, Hager's a married name, so. You married and you want
to all over him. And he respectfully, he ain't even really trying to draw attention to it.
As a black man, You know,
that was smooth the way he did it. He could have been an asshole about it, and he didn't. You know, so and for anybody wondering, so here let me read it so we can talk about it. Setting boundaries. Justin Sylvester attempted to keep Jenna Bush Hager at arm's length on Wednesday's episode of the Today Show after she appeared to get a little too close for comfort. During a cooking segment, the Daily Pop star 35 was receiving instructions for making chicken when Bush Hager, 40, patted his back and put one arm around his shoulders. As Sylvester leaned out of the way, Bush Hager didn't budge, so the Beverly Hills Nannies alum used one arm to push her away. Bush Hager laughed at the diss, only to step back just as close to him. Because it's a joke. Whatever. You know, sexual harassment, all this bullshit that women been championing over the years, it doesn't apply to men. Of course not. When the sister's first author continued to touch Sylvester's back despite his arm still being held aloft between them, he glanced up, smiled, and pushed her out of the way once more. And really, he didn't push her.
He just strong-armed her.
He slowly,
he just,
you know,
straight-armed her.
He put space between them. Once more. Bush Hager Bush Hager backing up raised her eyebrows at the cameras. So if you're on YouTube, you see me clicking through the pictures, and she got her arms all around my nigga, hanging on him like a candy cane. You know what I'm saying? NBC viewers took to Instagram to bash her behavior, with one calling Bush Hager's actions not cool at all and advising her to keep her hands to herself from now on. He literally defined his personal space, and she forced herself into it. One social media user wrote of the awkward interaction. Sylvester simply wanted one-on-one time with the guest chef. Another added he was clearly uncomfortable and kept trying to push her off politely. Sylvester, who was a regular contributor to the Today Show, often appearing alongside Bush Hager and
Hoda Kotb.
Yep. Clarified in a Friday Instagram story video that his co-star was not invading his space. Oh, did he take that route?
Yeah, of course.
God.
He's black.
All he had to do, nigga.
Stick to your guns.
Fuck, man.
I know I would have.
Y'all gotta stop doing this shit. And not just black men, just people in general. When you get caught up in these little scenarios and shit and they got the news on you, got an opportunity to actually bring some light on this shit, to shed some light, to get them to start wanting to maybe change. And she is hideous. Jesus Christ. That's an ugly white bitch, man. Anyway, but you have the opportunity to bring some change, you know, to change the forecast, or to shift the forecast, rather, you know. We talked about it before. When they get caught, because I don't believe in adults getting caught, they get caught up for sexual escapades and all of this shit, and now they gotta apologize. Apologize for what?
For natural behavior.
I like sex. That's what I did. For natural behavior. I'm sorry that you guys are in my fucking business.
Right. and you're interested in what we got going on more than the decorum of allowing people to be who they are and do what they want to do.
Yeah, I'm sorry that, you know, the National Enquirer and all of this stupid shit, that they're what is it called, paparazzi and all of this stupid shit, following me around and sharing my intimate shit with you. But if you're actually a fan of mine, you should say, you know what? I'm human too. I probably, you know, if I was in his shoes, I probably would do the same. How many of y'all would not fold? You know, but in any event, just say that this is what happened. Yes, I was uncomfortable with it. Whatever. You know, quit apologizing, man. That shit is bullshit. It doesn't help anybody, especially yourself. Sylvester is a regular Today Show contributor. That's not actually the truth, Sylvester explained, calling Bush Hager the nicest person. What we were doing was we were both flirting. Well, I was flirting with the chef because he was, this nigga's gay. And I was pushing her out of the way so I could have a one-on-one moment with the chef. Later in Wednesday's episode, he and Bush Hager also broke down in his recent St. Tropez vacation pics posted via Instagram. Yeah, this nigga is sweet.
No, that... we knew the truth of what it was.
The bitch still was all up in his personal space, and he didn't fucking like it.
Of course.
He called Bush Hager the nicest person via Instagram. That thirst trap is looking like Perfect, the former first daughter, who has been married to Henry Chase Hager since 2008, told Sylvester. You look like you belong in St. Tropez.
So she was still even off air getting it. Man, come on, man. Come on, Jenna. Keep it real.
hilarious.
That's my point.
Like I said, the bitch is ugly, and they commented on it. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, moving on.
Hilarious. Yes, let's move on.
Who's next?
Well,
we already did.
Yeah, we did that. And Chris Cuomo is in the news. If you hadn't heard, now the reason why I want to bring this up, we're going to probably end our segment. We're going to give this a couple of minutes, but we're going to end our segment on Idris Elba and all that because it's very important. It's important we talk about it. But we definitely need to talk about this, and we'll probably have a show about this as well because the pressures of what it is to be a man in this country and also in the world, it's very serious.
Sure.
I think if a black man had said this, they would have probably found a way to put something in his drink and disappear.
Unalive him.
Yeah, unalive. Yeah, good word. Good phrasing.
I mean, I'm a little hip. I watch social media. That's what they say.
Yeah, well, we have to in order for us not to get, But Chris Cuomo, he can say stuff like this.
Yeah, because he's an older white man.
He's an older white male.
He got that good Botox. You know what I'm saying? You can see it.
Well loved by a lot of the viewers that. I mean,
if you're gonna do it, nigga, you might as well get the forehead too. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Pretty much. Yeah. Chris Cuomo.
So I was going to kill everybody and myself after CNN firing Chris Cuomo. Says.
Isn't that terroristic?
I didn't know this nigga got fired.
Isn't that? Yeah, he did. Isn't that terroristic threats as well? Wouldn't that be considered?
I think he would have to be in the workplace.
And he would have to say, "I'm going to now."
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But the thought of that should terrify people to ever want to hire him ever again.
Hey. It happens. Yes, I do think that most white bitches are ugly. It is what it is, nigga. Let's see. Chris Cuomo said he was so distraught after being shit-canned by CNN that he was going to kill everybody God damn it. Oh, because they're quoting. So let's do this. Chris Cuomo said he was distraught after being shit-canned by CNN that he was going to kill everybody and myself. The former Cuomo primetime host was fired by the struggling cable news outfit. Are they struggling?
I didn't know that.
CNN?
I had no news about that.
Anybody?
I'll look into that. Explain why they're firing people left and right.
That's interesting. I'll run that back. The former Cuomo primetime host was fired by the struggling cable news outfit in late 2021 after it was learned he was helping his brother, then New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, fight sexual harassment allegations made by ex-aides.
So he didn't even do it. It was just that he was doing something to help his brother. And he just got the
boot because of it. The association. I had to accept my firing because I was going to kill everybody, including myself. The 52-year-old news personality told ex-Trump administration official Anthony Scaramucci during the Mooch's podcast, Open Book, which aired Wednesday. Things can consume you. Nigga, you was mad that you was losing, you was missing out. You knew you was going to miss out on a good check. You know what I'm saying? And that is, we talk about this before, men, the things that hurt us. Nigga, finances, love, and what else?
Finances, love, and physical.
Yeah. Things can consume you. Cuomo was unceremoniously dumped by his longtime patron and friend, then CNN boss Jeff Zucker. Months after Cuomo's ouster, Zucker stepped down after it was learned he was involved in a years-long consensual affair with his top marketing officer, Allison Gollust.
Yeah, so they all just got messed. And this is why, listen, man, people do what they do, man. This thing, I don't know. But anyway.
Cuomo told the Mooch he makes a lot of mistakes and revealed he sought therapy after he was fired. There's damage that is relatable. There's damage that is unrelatable to people that I have to deal with that I'm working on, Cuomo said. After a months-long hiatus, he was hired by news station to host Cuomo, a primetime talk show, but the comeback has struggled to generate anywhere near the viewership that tuned in to his 9 p.m. CNN show.
Now he's dealing with narcissism.
They're going to blackball him a little bit.
Well, no, he's dealing with narcissism because, in CNN he was this, and now, oh, man, so that's that regret that we talked about earlier tonight.
Where was I at? CNN show. His October debut drew 147,000 viewers, a pittance compared to the roughly 1 million he averaged on CNN, where he was the network's top-rated primetime anchor.
It's narcissism.
Yep, there it is. Cuomo admitted that it was kind of embarrassing to go from top dog at CNN to a cable channel that people don't want to watch. Well, nigga, welcome to being black, bitch. And we're born that way. You know what I'm saying? At CNN, I wasn't set up to be number one. Cuomo said, I wasn't the big name there. I didn't have the big team. They didn't do the advertising about me, but I was still number one. I was a recognized white man. People appreciated me. Cuomo admitted that his new gig at news station is a step down career-wise.
And the fact that he still works for them and saying that.
That's arrogance.
Yeah, you got a contract and a half, that's for sure.
Cuomo continued, why? Because it was the best show. Because I was giving people what they needed in that moment. Now I'm starting not to like it because I did like, his coverage on some shit. Yeah. But I get it though, man. You know, who wants to be knocked down? However, it's the way that you handle it. And right now, he's kind of handling it like a bitch, if I'm being honest. Because it was the best show because I was giving people what they needed in that moment. Cuomo appeared to be struggling to come to terms with being relegated to his low ratings. His news station program has averaged about 63,000 viewers per night. It's hard to keep perspective on that because it's kind of embarrassing, he said. It's hard to keep perspective on that. Nigga, it's what you doing, dog. You still making more money than most. He's probably still in the top like 1%. Who fucking cares? Anyway, I will never be number one again. Oh, Jesus. Self-loathing. Please. You know what I'm saying? Now this nigga about to cry. I will never be number one again, Cuomo said. Cuomo made it clear he feels wronged by CNN. Now he's a victim. Cuomo made the comments in a podcast interview with Anthony Scaramucci. I guess I fucked that up earlier. Whatever. I believe that was taken. I believe wrongly, Cuomo said of his job. I will litigate that. Oh, there's the white man coming out. I'm not going to bitch about it in the press.
But
nigga, you're doing it right now, bro. You think you thought this interview wasn't going to get no coverage? You know what I'm saying? Cuomo filed a $125 million arbitration claim against CNN. He accused the network of smearing his journalistic integrity. The case is ongoing. Cuomo also revealed that he took legal action against HarperCollins, the publisher of his book, Deep Denial. That's funny. That's very ironic. HarperCollins, which is owned by the Post parent company, News Corp, dropped the project after Cuomo's firing. I mean, well, that's what always fucking happens, nigga. You lose your sponsorship, bitch. Guess what?
You lose your sponsorship.
Too bad. You know? The Post has sought comment from Cuomo's representatives, CNN and Zucker. Apparently that means that they did not respond. You're supposed to put that afterwards.
Well, this is the thing. This is why I wanted to go over this. You know,
gotta play this real quick.
Yeah. The main thing that they talked about in the opening of this article is the fact that he had a past thought of what he wished he could have done or he should have done or what he felt like he wanted to do, which was to go and kill himself and kill everybody at CNN. And by the time we get to the end of the article, we start to realize that really this whole article was something to back up his lawsuit. Because that's really what that was all about. But it's like, you know, you get this blurb and then nothing's really being done about it. Like they really need to talk to this man about like, yo, like you're publicly coming out saying that you was going to kill everybody and yourself. That's not a stable person. You know, we all have some kind of thoughts, right? But to say you were going to, the verb of going, the action of going to, it's very scary. And so that's kind of why we wanted to bring that up, because that's very scary. Yeah, wow. Anyway, the next thing we want to talk about, which is the last thing we'll be talking about tonight. Okay, I know some of y'all probably have seen it online or in conversation from other news outlets, but Idris Elba. Okay, Idris Elba. What's going on, Alan? Idris Elba saying what he needed to say in an article that he had with, I think it was Rolling Stone magazine. Esquire UK. And then I think Rolling Stone magazine picked it up. And it became a popular thing that people were going back and forth with online, on Facebook. I know I've seen a couple of people post it on social media, on Facebook primarily, and then on Instagram as well. But Idris Elba is pretty much telling people that he doesn't want to call himself a black actor. All right, so eventually John Boyega, who was always one of those ones that'll come out and corner you about something that you say, he talks in a different way in regards to how he deals with that. But anyway, Idris Elba said this bullshit, and I was in a couple of
verbal skirmishes.
Yeah, man, letting people know. You know what I'm saying? One person in particular, I had to give a certain symbol to in her comments, because she was just like, you should thank Idris Elba for opening up doors for you. And I said, Idris Elba ain't never opened up no door for me or anybody else. You know, right? So that's, you know, the thing is that what he says, and I want to talk about this all the way to the end of the show, because this is very important. Because notice it happened in Black History Month, so it's not by accident.
Never is.
Okay, and not only has he said this, you know, Daniel Kaluuya said some stuff prior about he didn't want to talk about racism or anything like that. Anything that deals with Black American issues, a lot of these British actors get to a point where once they become very successful off the community of the black community, once they become successful, our issues are not their issues anymore. They're separate from us. Now you got to remember too, and I've mentioned this before on the show, a lot of these British actors, and God bless them, they are talented, but they're not better than us at playing the roles that we can easily play with our left foot.
Well, they also don't associate with us.
Absolutely.
In the same fashion.
And this is not a xenophobist mindset in regards to, we're, you know, African or Black Brit versus American. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that Idris Elba, if you ask him where his production company is at, he'll tell you it's not here in the States. If you ask John Boyega where his production company is at, it's not here in the States. If you ask any British actor who has got successful off the back of the black community,
the work that we've done, because we definitely opened the doors for them.
That's right, and the support that they received from the black community and still receive from the black community. You ask any one of them, where is your production company? I can guarantee you it is not here in the States. So we're going to talk about this because this is very important. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat before we even get to it, I'm black. And I love being black, and I wouldn't want to be anything else. And yeah, granted, it is a word that may have been contributed to the black community, but it's a form of how we get to be able to describe who we are as well.
Well, one of these days we'll talk
about. We'll go definitely deep.
We'll talk about the legal definition of black.
Yes,
it's a motherfucker.
Yes, yeah.
Any event, John Boyega. Well, real quick, hold on. Let the Muse says, couldn't nobody tell me he wasn't a homegrown Negro. I couldn't believe he was from across the pond eating beans for breakfast.
Well, I did. I knew he did, because, check it out, right? I got a call one day from somebody who was like, yo, Joyce, you on The Wire? And I'm like, what are you talking about? They were like, yo, I saw you on a bus ad. Like, the poster, that's you. And I went and looked at it, and I saw it was Idris Elba. So I was like, oh, wow. I said, okay, who is this guy? Right? So I went and looked it up, and I saw that initially he was supposed to have been playing the other role, but he couldn't do it, right? So they gave him that stringer role. Yeah, they gave him stringer role. And so he could only do what he knew would work. And of course, you know, if you notice, Idris Elba doesn't use the American accent at all. He's not good at it. But with Stringer Bell, he was able to do it because he grew up in a neighborhood that was similar to it over there in UK. So he was able to do the Stringer Bell role, and that's why everybody loved it so much. But it's like, yo, he was playing very close to what he dealt with in real life, you know, with the struggle of the accent. Because now he doesn't use the accent at all.
He doesn't.
At all.
That's why I didn't know for the longest.
Yeah. But I knew. But that's because I'm, you know, like I said, people were comparing him to me. And so... you know, I was just like, okay, let me find out who this guy is. So, anyway.
John Boyega reacts to Idris Elba refusing to call himself a black actor. We should fixate on who's putting actors into boxes.
So that's John's response to Idris.
Idris Elba ignited a firestorm on social media after he told Esquire UK that he has stopped calling himself a black actor because it creates limitations for his career. While some accused Elba of renouncing his blackness, others came to the Luther actors' defense and agreed with him regarding Hollywood's penchant to put labels on and stereotype black actors. Star Wars alum John Boyega, or alum, John Boyega, recently took to Twitter to tell his followers that Elba's detractors were having the wrong takeaway from his comment. I think we should fixate on who was typecasting and putting actors in boxes because of this, Boyega wrote. Not on making weird adjustments for them. We continuously focus on what we have to do so they don't do this or that. Very worrying. We black, and that's that.
Okay, let's stop there for a second. Let me explain something to you. If you are an actor listening to this streaming show right now, if you know anything about how casting is done, if it's, say for instance, like let's use Idris for an example. Okay, let's just take away The Wire because he doesn't even want to ever talk about The Wire.
I didn't know he was on there.
Yeah, he hates talking about The Wire, and he's actually shut down reporters and say he will not talk about that role. Right?
So that's a role or something?
No. It is because it was a street level role. So the thing is he's already had it in his mind that he was going to
separated. He thinks he's better than that.
There basically. You go. Yeah. And that's what people don't understand. Like the people that feed into this bullshit, that agree with him, you don't know his whole story. So first off, let me explain it to you right now. He does not ever want to talk about The Wire again. The role that put him on the map. That should tell you something. All right? And there are articles online that talk about that. Do your research. Second off, let's just say, okay, that never existed. But he went and played Daddy's Little Girls for Tyler Perry. People forget that a lot of these actors worked for Tyler Perry. He did Daddy's Little Girl.
So that was the first time I'd heard of him.
Right. So I'm pretty sure the breakdown when it came out, it didn't say looking for an actor to play father to 3 little girls. No. If you look at the breakdown of the synopsis, it's a black father who has 3 little black girls that he's raising on his own. Okay? So it's not like how people want to believe it or perceive it in their mind where, well, I'm just an actor, just see me as an actor. No. Oh. If it's a story about 3 little black girls, then the father should be black pretty much. They're not looking for, let's just go ahead and make him an Asian father. How the hell do you explain that an Asian father is the father of 3 little black girls?
Right. Go ahead.
So, we're going back to it. I just want to give that clarity because people are quick to be like, well, yeah, as an actor, he's moved to a point where he can play roles now where,
that are not based in black American culture, really.
Right.
Because that is a part of our culture.
Right. But, throughout his whole career, even when he played an American gangster, he played a black drug dealer. So, what is he talking about? What are you on about, Idris?
Let's see. Elba himself took to Twitter to tell off his detractors, writing, "There isn't a soul on this earth that can question whether I consider myself a black man or not. Being an actor is a profession. Like being an architect, they are not defined by race. However, if you define your work by your race, that is your prerogative. I lie? What? Whatever. Probably some British shit." Mm-hmm. In his original interview, Elba noted that as humans, we are obsessed with race and that obsession can really hinder people's aspirations, hinder people's growth. Racism should be a topic for discussion, sure. Racism is very real, but from my perspective, it's only as powerful as you allow it to be.
That's bullshit.
See? Nigga, you over... Listen, goddamn, man. Why do they make me do this?
Get him.
You fucking grew up over where all of this bullshit started, nigga. The way that they treat them is just as bad as they treat us here. Except over there, it's way more covert. Mm-hmm. But it's worse. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They still have fucking slave laws. Slave taxes. Anyway, listen, whatever, man. The nigga, where's it? But from my perspective, it's only as powerful as you allow it to be. Or excuse me, racism is very real, but from my perspective, it's only as powerful as you allow it to be. I stopped describing myself as a black actor when I realized it put me in a box, the actor said. We've got to grow. We've got to. Our skin is no more than that. It's just skin. Rant over. Nigga. You can I'll leave you to that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Being a melanated being is so much more powerful than just skin tone. Mm-hmm. It's a radiance that the entire magnetic field of the earth agrees with, of the universe agrees with. And if you don't understand that that is the magnitude of being a melanated being, you let them trick you. You let them get you. I'm terribly sorry that you allowed them to do you that much harm. Anyway.
Well, listen, when it comes to the description that's needed, if you call 911, there's certain questions that they ask you.
Yep.
I don't know why people always feel like, yeah, we're just all the same. We're all the same. Listen, man, 911 is set up a certain way in order for cops to show up on the scene and to have a perspective in order to handle what's going on with the crime. And I've always been understanding of that, man. You know, I've trained police throughout my life in you know, cuffing and restraints and stuff like that. And you know, you have to give a description.
If they said the man was 5'10",
what kind of man? What's his color? He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be known as anything. He's just a man.
I could tell in his demeanor that he was just a man. He doesn't care about racism. Yeah, but what was his skin tone? He was a human. Is that what you gonna do, nigga? And they done kidnapped your kid or fucking choked your wife out or some shit, nigga? That's all you gonna say? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. It goes back to one of the first episodes where we were talking about judgment. Like, nigga, that's what humans do.
Yeah, of course.
Animals fucking judge.
Of course.
Bugs judge, nigga. Bugs have deterrents, contingencies, and all kind of shit. Yeah. Just in their small, or not small ecosystem in comparison to ours small.
Yeah, of course.
But their ecosystem. So if that's the same way across the board, plants, nigga. Plants judge. We're talking about life. We have to have discernment. And guess what? Your skin tone is a fucking identifier that's gonna help you with discernment. Ain't no fucking way I'm about to go, oh, you know what? You know, this white man, nigga with this whip, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's just a man.
Right.
He's not, you know, I can see the skin tone of his, you know, he got that hood on or whatever, the pointy white hood, but I can see his hands, and, you know, that didn't matter to me, because I knew that was just an evil person. Nothing to do with him being white. Anyway, for Boyega, the big takeaway from Elba's comment is that more people should be questioning the Hollywood typecasting that exists and puts black actors into boxes. The actor recently starred opposite Viola Davis in Sony's The Woman King, and he's headlining Netflix's They Clone Tyrone opposite Jamie Foxx later this year.
Which is a hood film.
So really quick, I wanna. Elba's comment is that more people should be questioning the Hollywood typecasting that exists and puts blacks actors into boxes.
Well, listen.
The fucking U.S. government, whatever they call it, the British Parliament or whatever the fuck it's called, those are the niggas who establish, continue to propagandize what black people are.
Absolutely. And this is the thing I used to tell my actors all the time. Because people, especially actors are artists, so they get caught up in whimsy. You know, we talk about whimsy. Whimsy is that we are the world, we are the children, everybody's equal, and there should be no borders, and, you know.
No double standards, no shame.
Yeah, of course. None of that should exist.
No concern, nothing.
You know, we can eliminate it. See? That's where it becomes a problem. Because it's been like that since the beginning of time.
Yep. That's why communism rarely works.
And socialism, which is communism.
And those people are having a terrible time, nigga. Go over to North Korea and go be a man. Go over there and just be a person. Go for it. Go get that same bad haircut everybody's getting. Nigga, go over there and stay off the internet. Go over there and watch government-directed television programming.
Yeah, we're natural rebellious by nature. That's who we are. We are independent in some regards. Yes, we can all create community, but every human being has a propensity for rebelliousness, and rebelliousness is not always a bad thing when it comes to the arts and when it comes to freedom. And so what I'm saying is this, right? When you look at that type of attitude, especially actors, because actors are known for this shit. They're known, I just want to be, the comments that I would get all the time. I just want to be,
I want to be creative.
Yeah, I want to be creative, and I want to be, multi-talented in my roles, and I want to be multifaceted. And it's like, look, you need to play Pookie.
I would go be nigga Chris Tucker with fucking Smokey. Nobody else could have ever laid a finger on that role the way that he did.
Yeah.
And it set him up for life. Yeah. Whether he likes it or not. Yeah. Mike Epps.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Could nobody else have done Day-Day the way Mike Epps fucking did Day-Day?
Right. That's my point.
And unlike Smokey, nigga, Day-Day did it, 3 times?
Over and over again, because that's what typecasting is. See, typecasting is a thing that establishes you. That's what people don't understand. These actors, they get a lot of times into this thing of saying that they want to be able to do any type of role. Very early in your career, nobody cares about you. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody gives a fuck. So if someone wants to, like, you look at Taraji P. Henson played the ghetto girl for a while in her career and got nominated for an Oscar later on down the road. And I used to say this to actors all the time because they'd be like, I don't want to be typecasted. Who the fuck are you?
Well, nigga, you gotta go get a paper route just like any other, whatever the Hollywood equivalent of a paper route is, nigga, you gotta do it.
Do your paper route.
I was in IT. I'm this nigga creating these virtual machines and writing codes and scripts and all of this shit. And I got to the Air Force and it was like, nigga, help desk. help desk is like being the janitor at the fucking McDonald's.
Start at the bottom, pretty much.
Too bad you know how to do all of that.
So you had to recreate yourself and be known again.
I need you to go see if they plug their monitor up or not. Too fucking bad.
And that brings me to the point of Idris being able to say this because he's successful.
Yep.
He's successful now, so he can say that. But when he came over there, what's going on, Nick? It's good that you're in to hear this because you're an actor. But when he first started out, like a lot of these, listen, all the black British actors that come here over to the States has played, if you look and do the research, all of them had played a thug, a street level person. Every last, even Chiwetel Ejiofor was in Four Brothers. And he was the head gang guy, the drug guy.
A caricature of black culture.
Because that's how they
black American
us.
Culture.
Right now, Snowfall, the lead actor there, he's
I don't even know his
name. He's
a good actor.
Desmond Idris is his name, and how he's. And then he's going to segue into now. Then Daniel Kaluuya, same thing. They played all these types of roles. And then they get to a point where they're Oscar caliber level and they're working with other white people that's on Oscar caliber level.
It takes time.
They don't want to come back. They don't want to come back to playing, these roles where they feel like, well, I don't want to be known as just a black actor. I'm so much more than that. Why? Because you play roles opposite white people now? Black community got you there. Yeah. Black community supported you based off of a role that they could resonate, that you resonated with them.
Yeah.
Stringer Bell. The fact that you don't want to talk about Stringer Bell anymore tells me volumes. And I saw that article about 5 years ago, and I was like, "Oh, he don't want to talk about it." And the writer that was interviewing him got offended because he was like, "Why would you not want to talk about the role that established you?" Yeah. Well, I'm beyond that. So that told me a lot about him. Because the thing is that you look at someone like Terrence Howard, who's a much better actor than Idris Elba, and brilliant. Contrary to our sisters that love Idris because they feel like he's fine. That's always the ending conversation. He's fine anyway. So it's like, okay, so that's, that gives him the right to say that he doesn't want to be known as a black actor, the actor that you helped get where he got. It's funny to hear that. And so, I don't understand how that gets to that point, other than the fact that I see it's a disturbing trend amongst black British actors. And I think the black community has to get to a point where they're very careful on who they support. That's my point.
I agree.
You have to become very, very, very careful and very apprehensive about who you support. You can't just support them just because there's like five of them that's up and coming now that people that they're in, like one of them was in House Party, the remake, which is a trash movie, but he's in that.
There's a remake.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
That's how trash it was. You didn't even see it.
Well, but niggas,
they infiltrate, and a lot of times you don't know who they are until they get, to the Idris level, and then you've supported them to that, and then they can say stupid shit like this. I don't want to be known as a black actor.
They can stop being black.
Look, hey, anybody out there got work for a black actor like myself? I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'll show you what being a nigga is all about.
I'm black and I'm black and I'm black.
But listen, baby, we down to our last minute. Thank everyone for tuning in.
Yeah.
Is there anything special this weekend? Nothing?
No. Holidays are over.
Whatever y'all niggas do this weekend.
They getting ready for Easter now, man.
Be good or be good at it. You know what I'm saying?
I went into Walmart today, and the Valentine's stuff is on 50%.
Man, nigga, I forgot to go to Walgreens, dog. I know they had some. I like candy, nigga. Yeah. I might as well get it. 75% markdown and shit.
Yeah, no, it's going at 50.
Now, you know something that's cold that I've seen since COVID though. They still will mark it down, but sometimes they'll keep it at the same fucking price. The fucking audacity, just like with Facebook Marketplace, offer up, let it go, all of that shit. People are trying to they're trying to resell used shit at like 95% of the price.
Yeah.
No, nigga.
Let it go.
Why do you think I'm trying to buy it off of you? I'm not about to pay you 95%. I might as well pay the 100% at the store and at least get some fucking warranty.
Yeah, for free.
Some surety. At least it's brand new.
Yeah.
Y'all just come on, man.
Stop playing games,
Stop
y'all.
being stupid.
Stop playing games.
I'm not buying shit off of nobody for no fucking 95% of the original price. Y'all are crazy. Get your shit together.
Used.
And I'm talking to you, Walgreens. Nigga, you better mark that candy down by 80%, nigga. 90. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Next Tuesday, make sure you tune in. We'll have a OnlyFans guest on.
Absolutely.
And we'll be, closing up on that subject. And don't forget, at the end of the month, we fully migrate over to YouTube. So
absolutely,
right now, stop what you're doing and go over to YouTube and subscribe to us and check out some of our other videos this weekend.
And if you got time, go jump on Spotify, YouTube, Tidal, Apple Music, any of those platforms. Look up The Dosage and Remo Chain's Beautiful Fantasy. Y'all have a good weekend.
Have a great one.
Beautiful weekend.
Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate you guys.
Cool. Muscles on his lonely back. I stay calm and fat. I've been on the grind so long, hoes could never call me that.